was
incredible.
Kamaru was awesome. So
by the way,
huge congrats to him.
Colby Covington has got to be the first. I mean, because again, I don't particularly like Colby, but he was the interim champion, and he does deserve this shot. Him against Kamaru, everyone is going to love to see that because they genuinely hate each other's guts.
It's been out now a little bit. You seen that little ruckus?
Yeah, it's a little.
I didn't see it.
See
no, I wait for the
Why don't you
show.
play it for us and show it because this is interesting.
Yeah.
Even Ali was involved, threw a punch at him.
That's what it was. I mean, Kamaru and Colby never touch each other during this. They kind of like, I guess, ran into each other
in Ali's
the
defense.
casino.
He threw that when Colby went up to him though.
Yeah.
So,
but Dana did say, because apparently Colby was he was cage side. He had his interim belt or whatever, and Dana did go up to him a few times, and the last time he said, "Stop! You're getting the next shot. Don't fuck this up."
But what we're about to show now is not that.
No, I know.
This is after this.
This was the next day in the casino. Is that right? Or after the fight?
I think it was later that night. Honestly.
It might have been later that night. Yeah. But have you seen this, Randy?
Yeah, I saw it last night.
I mean, it's interesting. I've seen it once, but then I had problems with my headphones. I couldn't fix it.
There we go.
Yeah,
There's the
I'm not going
melee.
to play the audio because it's TMZ, but we can watch it here. So it's a TMZ video.
All right. So let's explain what's going on. There's Kamaru and his manager Ali.
Yeah.
Where's Colby?
and there's
Oh,
Now, who was coming after who? That's important.
Colby was just standing there.
Was he, though?
It's
Or-
hard,
I don't
it's
know.
hard to
I mean,
tell
so
from
far.
this video. You know, Colby never shuts up.
Yeah.
He's
Ali really
But
hates
now-
him. So
He pulled out his phone.
He's going to pull out his phone.
Instantly pulls out
and
his
he's talking
phone.
trash. But this, I'll show you what's
and Kamaru's
interesting.
trying to stop Ali. He's like, "All right, enough." He's telling Colby
Well,
to shut up.
I think that guy right there, the big dude, went to slap that phone out of his hand.
And Colby backed up
But
a
now
little bit.
Ali's talking to him, and then Colby goes over to Ali, and Ali threatened
That's
to
it.
throw him
That's
punch.
That's like a little.
But hold on.
That was a feint.
But
That was
look at
the
this
peak
right
of the
here.
video.
See that lady between them? Between him and Colby?
Yeah.
Now, Colby, you should be either walking away. I like the way he stays with this lady between them. That tells you a lot about Colby. Look. Now he's angling his body so the lady's right between them.
And at that point,
Wow.
and you can see Kamaru is going, "I can just let him go." He's like, "I don't have to keep
Yeah.
holding him back." You know.
Yeah. But look at him standing between that lady.
Yeah.
All right.
Really? Nobody should be saying, "Hey, ma'am,
Hey, get out of the way,
Get
miss."
out of the way. I don't want you to get hurt."
That's
but what he
true.
really wants to say is, "Don't leave, lady.
Is that Dan
Please
Lambert there?
Don't leave." Let me see. That's not Dan
No, it's not.
Lambert.
I couldn't say.
It's a bouncer or something. Security. But that's the dude that got in between because that other guy's
Right.
with them. The other big black guy's with them. So I think he went to slap that phone. But then the further the way they get,
more he
then
starts to
all of a
talk.
sudden his balls are growing again. Colby, listen. I think it's great. Look at him. Is that his mom? Who is that lady in
No,
front of him?
I have no
I don't
idea.
know.
I don't know what they're in line for.
He's
Well,
barely
look.
Kamaru's begging him.
But now look, the further he gets, and he knows there's a couple of guys there, and see that's what it is. That's the problem with Colby, though. You want to be about that life, you're going to run into these guys, and when you run into these guys, if you're still talking your shit, chances are you're going to get smacked, man.
Now,
And
why
that-
does Ali hate him so much? Just from the stuff with Kamaru?
Yeah, I mean, Kamaru's tight. Ali's tight with his guys, and I don't know. Fucking Colby's an asshole.
I think he just annoys him.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, the guy's an ass.
I'll tell you one thing, though.
You know?
He is going to. Everybody wants to see this fight.
Yeah.
I really want to see him and Usman fight.
Well, exactly. What that was,
Brilliant
basically,
promotion,
yeah,
yeah.
brilliant promotion for the fight.
That's
so-
great for both guys.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know that they're going to fight next now because the whole
gonna
world
be
wants
fun.
to see that.
Absolutely, because neither of these guys, like Kamaru is not the big, he's a huge name in UFC, but outside of UFC, there's a lot of fighters that guys don't know who are not necessarily hardcore fans.
Yeah.
And he's a guy who people are starting to get to know.
Yeah.
But now with stuff like this happening, people just kind of feel like, yeah, I want to watch this.
And
guy.
we've had Kamaru on a bunch. He's great,
awesome.
and he's a
really
great
nice
interview.
guy.
He's a great guy. So this is
Yeah.
gonna be a really interesting
Let's go
build up to that fight.
down.
Let me ask you guys about the Usman Woodley fight. What do you think it was that? Because Woodley is such a dominant champion. What do you think it is that Usman did? He just seem hungrier, or what do you think happened to Woodley where he got shut down so completely?
Well, I think it was the threat of the takedown, and it's not like he was shy. I mean, he was always expecting the battle off Kamaru's takedowns. So when he felt that first initial exchange, when he got him up against the cage and stuff, I mean, that's a lot. Once you get that blood into the muscles, that's going to be enough to slow you down a little bit. Or you're thinking, all right, I want to try to take him down. I want to try to let go with my hands, but every time I do, this guy's in on me, and I know what that feels like. So it might make you a little hesitant.
It does,
you
right?
know?
Okay.
Anything you seen with that, Randy Brown?
For me, I think it's just classic Tyron Woodley, man. Tyron Woodley has a tendency to be a very slow starter. You know, he doesn't put out very much output. You know what I mean? And when you have a guy like that with a big wrestling threat, like you said, walking you down, I feel like it's hard to deal with. You know, especially you remember when he fought Rory McDonald? It was a similar fight, except for it was on the feet. You know, he didn't really throw much, and he backed up the whole time.
I think we have to give credit, and I was talking about this with Ray Longo. And you know I hate to give any kind of compliments to
Ray Longo.
To my good friend Dean Thomas.
Yes.
But let me tell you something. He was really good. He was really, really good in that corner. Yeah. He was very honest.
He was.
He wasn't sugarcoating anything.
What was he saying?
I think it might have been around like 3 or 4. He was basically telling him, "Hey man, what are you gonna? You gonna let him fucking do this to you? You gonna let him do this to you?
You need to bite down on your mouthpiece and move forward.
Yes.
You have to bite down and move forward. Backing up, you're not gonna get anything done right now.
He was both technical and he was very honest. There's some fights where I watch between rounds when guys, he's down 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, they're giving him some advice between rounds. But it's like, no, this is an all or anything shot. And if you listen to both Dean and Duke Rufus, that 5th round, they were as honest as could be, man. You got to put him out. They were telling him. I mean, it was just, but you could tell it was just not a. I'm not saying it. Listen, you can't say it's an off night for Woodley. But you could tell it looked in his mind
mentally,
when you saw him between rounds. It looked like a guy where it's like it looked to me like I remember for myself. It's like feeling like a bad sparring session. Like I'm like,
sure.
You just have those days where you just feel that you just like this is maybe it's just because the other guy was way on. I mean, Usman was way on. Usman was fighting brilliantly.
He was so good,
especially up against the cage. He was softening him up. Oh, first of all.
The body punches on the ground.
Hold on. Let's just address the ref,
Mark Goddard.
Mark Goddard. Yeah. Yeah. Arrogant. Oh, no, it's a fight. It's a fight, Kamaru. It's a fight. He stood him up, and I think Joe Rogan pointed it out with that. He said something to him where, get up, it's a fight, Kamaru. What? Even Joe said that's an odd thing to say.
Because I think Kamaru probably said, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
I'm working.
But first, it's a fight. He's fighting brilliantly, you ass. What an ass.
He's beating the champion.
Ass. I'm whatever.
John Anik actually went and had a little Twitter back and forth with him about that.
Oh, really? Is there? Go ahead, let us hear about that.
So we can go through it. So somebody had tweeted, "What do you guys think of Mark Goddard and his constant standing up of Woodley and Usman, and Dean's allowing Jones and Smith to grind it out?" And Anik replied to this fan or whoever, said, yes, wildly consistent. And Usman was working his ass off.
Yeah.
And Mark Goddard replied to that. And he said, the only thing wildly inconsistent is your and your commentator's recollection and observation of actual events. Ugh. I'll save my side for later.
Bars.
For what, Mark Goddard? For your freaking book that's going to be coming out that no one can give a fuck about?
And
what are you waiting for to say?
Anik replied, he said, I always try to be respectful. We are just calling it like we see it too. But there is an arrogance with which you deal with the fighters.
Oh, shit. Wait.
Yeah.
Did he say a fucking arrogance?
He did. He said, but there is an arrogance with which you deal with the fighters, commentators, and many in the sport, and I find it off-putting. One man's take, and I'm quite sure you'll give yours for everyone to hear. And then someone else commented to Anik, and then he kind of clarified that.
Wait, he also, sorry, Matt, what was the one Goddard stopped? The shit he just got. What fight did he? Don't tell me. He just stopped.
Think of it.
Hold on. And he was getting the thumbs up. He just didn't see it. And it was Sam Alvey. And he was saying
yes.
And he's saying he didn't. Was it Sam Alvey?
Yep, it was the Jimmy Crute.
And he was saying that he didn't see the thumbs up, and I believe Goddard didn't see it.
Well, Alvey didn't want him as a ref before.
That's right. That's correct. Yeah.
Listen, I just think that you're telling this, the quick stand-ups are the quick stand-ups. Then you're telling the guy it's a fight. Now, what do you want? So now you're trying to say
Maybe
you want him to do what Cody Garbrandt did? I love Cody. I'm not attacking him.
But you mean go a little wild, yeah.
No, is that what you're trying to say? It's a fight? What are you trying to say? Don't take him down. Don't work. What do you think he's going to do? Take him down, just mount him and finish him? The guy's the fucking champ. He's being regarded as one of the best ever. When's the last time somebody took down Tyrone Woodley? When?
Yeah, Damian Maya didn't do it.
He has one of the best
I think he had a 96% takedown defense or something like that.
Fuck. Yeah. Right. He worked the hell out of that 4%, that Kamaru.
Yeah.
He was...
The body shots on the ground, those body shots on the ground, I mean, it was just relentless.
He was
relentless.
Excellent. I love Henry Hoof in the corner. I thought he was... I liked everything he was saying. I love good corner work because there's a line with this. It's a combination of both technical and when you need it, motivation and just you got to be in sync with your fighter, and they were definitely in sync because Kamaru was tired too. He had to be. That wasn't easy. What he was doing, putting that dude down, keeping him down
for 5 rounds.
He's getting up, putting him down again, and just for 5 rounds, he won every round. So he won every round.
When you're tiring and you know that this is happening, and this guy, like that first round, and you know that he's just pounding you, what is the mentality when you're going into the second and third, and then he grabs you and he puts you down again, and you're just, oh, fuck this again?
I have to be more offensive. I can't wait for this person to be offensive. If the results are I'm getting taken down every time he's pushing me back, I'm getting outstruck every time I take a step back. You cannot step back anymore.
And go ahead, Randy.
You just have to bite down on your mouth and
step
move forward.
Yeah.
Dean Thomas was calling it. And you're saying, well, if I go to throw strikes, he's in on me. Well, that's where the feints come in. I think the feints are very important for that. Randy will tell you. You want to see when a guy's going to shoot, you give a little twitch, even a little turn of the hips, you'll see, oh, that guy's looking for an uppercut. That guy's looking to shoot then. It'll show you his hand.
He just, like you said, he just seemed like he was maybe flat. And I guess that happens to every fighter, right? You have a sparring session or whatever, you just don't feel yourself.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, man. In the post-fight press conference, Tyron said as much. He made no excuse. He said, I came in ready. I wasn't hurt. It was like one of those bad dreams. I just couldn't do what I wanted to do. Right. I was looking for a place to put the uppercut. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't find it.
Okay.
And that could be credit to Kamaru, obviously, throwing him off.
I'm sure he was looking for it.
Yeah.
First of all, huge credit to Kamaru because there's one thing to talk about this game plan. There's another thing to execute it.
For sure.
And he did it,
He
perfectly.
was really great, man.
He did it perfectly. Every round, I like after every round in the between court rounds, Henry's telling him, all right, now look at him, look, he's throwing the stool. He wasn't even yelling like that. He's more, I get more worked up than him. But he's like, okay, and he's telling him, look at him, like just look at across. And they were so in tune with each other. I really, really enjoyed watching that. And Kamaru, as tired as he looked between rounds, whatever it was,
He never sat.
you couldn't.
Never
Hey,
took the stool.
when he's looking at Tyron, hey man, you would never have known he was tired. And Tyron was looking a little worse to where you could see it, you could read it, and Kamaru was reading it. The only thing that might have been throwing Kamaru off is when the guy closest to the action is telling you it's a fight. Fuck.
Is that the part he's talking about that was really arrogant? That he's saying that?
Yeah, for sure. But I mean,
Arrogant.
It's also, there's a fine line. I mean, I think the referee has to kind of have control of what's going on there. But I think you've seen it with Mark Goddard a couple of times where he
has no patience.
Yeah, exactly. He's too forceful or whatever you want to say. Yeah.
Is he a betting man? Is he a betting man? Because you never know.
By the way, Kamaru had a fracture in his left foot in that fight.
Yeah, I heard
he was walking around with a walking boot. He had a cortisone shot that week, so it's insane that he was able to even go in and do that.
Are we going to go through each fight here?
Yeah, we can.
Do? I mean,
by the way, can I also just give credit to Woodley too? He certainly was tired, but I think that was part of Kamaru's game plan. He didn't gas out though. I mean, I think there's a lot of questions often when he goes into a fight that can he do 5 rounds, this and that. He was still trying through all 5 rounds.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was completely gassed.
But he looked like he looked
bored.
mentally like he couldn't do what he wanted,
Right.
and he looked defeated in a way. Like mentally, he just didn't look like he looked like when it was happening. Like he was like, "Yep, okay, there's nothing I can fucking do about this."
well, Kamaru was
Incredible.
Kamaru was awesome. So
By the way,
huge congrats to him.
Colby Covington has got to be the first. I mean, because again, I don't particularly like Colby, but he was the interim champion, and he does deserve this shot. Him against Kamaru, everyone is going to love to see that because they genuinely hate each other's guts.
It's been out now a little bit. You seen that little ruckus?
Yeah, it's a little.
I didn't see
you
it.
see
No, I wait
Why
for the
don't you
show.
play it for us and show it because this is interesting.
Yeah.
Even Ali was involved, threw a punch at him.
That's what it was. I mean, Kamaru and Colby never touch each other during this. They kind of ran into each other
in Ali's
in the
defense.
casino.
He threw that when Colby went up to him though.
Yeah.
So,
But Dana did say, because apparently Colby he was cage side. He had his interim belt or whatever. And Dana did go up to him a few times. And the last time he said, stop, you're getting the next shot. Don't fuck this up.
But what we're about to show now is not that.
No, I know.
This is after this,
This was
right?
the next day in the casino. Is that right? Or after the fight?
I think it was later that night. Honestly.
It might have been later that night. Yeah. But have you seen this, Randy?
Yeah, I saw it last night.
I mean, it's interesting. I've seen it.